Welcome to FXCUBIC Dubai 2023. My name is Elisa and I'm honored to be your host today here in the speaker hall. Today we will look at plenty of innovative ideas and engaging discussions. And to kick off, I'm excited to announce this first session of the day, Next Tech Industry Trends, Growth Drivers in 2023. Please welcome the moderator, Elina Pedersen, Chief Revenue Officer at your Bourse, who will introduce her panel. Let's give her a warm welcome.
Good morning. It's great to have you here. Thank you for coming this early in the morning. And I think we have a very exciting set of panelists to open today. Please, would you mind introducing yourself?
Sure. Evgeny Sorokin, Devexperts. Devexperts is a technology company, one of the largest fintech providers in the world for capital markets. We have been developing trading platforms for brokers and exchanges for 20 years now. We offer trading software, custom solutions, and market data.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Elina, and I'm a business partner in company Armenotech. We're based in Cyprus. We have few products, technology. We do white labels and everything related to trading as well. We have our payment solutions, working with crypto and all the other assets, as well as we do have our own brokerage, which is operating mostly in Asia. So welcome to the session. Happy to meet you today.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for joining the panel. My name is Wassim Khateeb. I'm Chief Commercial Officer at FXCUBIC. We are a fintech company specialized in development of low latency softwares, bridging, risk management, aggregation, reporting, and I'm very happy to be here today.
Can we please have one more microphone? The microphone on the stage.
Yeah, good morning, everyone. My name is Egorov. I'm Global Head of Sales at Tools for Brokers. And we help brokers, hedge funds, prop trading firms, and liquidity providers to execute their trades faster, to cut their costs using our tools for automation and risk management, and to make more money and attract more customers using our tools for money management, for copy trading, and so on. Thank you.
Good morning, everybody. My name is Christoforos Theodoulou. Thank you for joining this panel today. I'm the head of global business and sales at MetaCodes. MetaCodes specializes in trading platforms. Our flagship product is the MetaTrader 5, and I'm helping the company to expand into new markets. We're working with brokers, banks, exchanges, hedge funds, prop trading firms, and other financial services companies. And thank you for joining.
Great, thank you. I think IFX Dubai is an amazing event because it's usually one of the first events in the new year. So now we're entering 2023, but 2022 was also an exciting year. So I'd just like to hear your takeaway on what were the most important technological trends in 2022. If you don't mind, we'll start with the lady here. So ladies first, Elena.
Thank you, Elina. Well, one of the most major trends we've noticed, and we're actually deeply involved in it, is adoption of blockchain solutions in the trading and the payment system that a company operates. And moving to accepting the payments from regular fiat money to actually USDT, USDC, it helped traders to reduce the cost of transaction, to make it easier for the traders to participate, and also involved new generations. What I mean, the Generation Z, Generation X, because they're all into that new digital world. They are on the new marketplaces like crypto and NFTs. So this was the major trend that we've noticed in our company, is adoption of the blockchain within the trading and payment systems.
Okay. Evgeny, I know you're quite really asset class driven. So is that similar to what you've seen?
I would put more emphasis on the more classic investment products, even though there were a move of the brokers who added crypto. Most of them, I would say, added cash equities, equity options, And sometimes they even went that far that they asked for simple strategies such as covered calls to be implemented inside the platforms. So that's one to second Elena's opinion. The other trends that I would name were in the second half of the year, brokers were busy mitigating the vendor's risk, so that led to a variety of trading platforms and applications offered to the clients. And the third one is the renaissance of social trading. Though copy trading has been around for quite some time, last year was definitely a good one in terms of trading volumes.
Okay. Chris, I'd like to hear your opinion as well, because I remember last year you've added futures as well, so there were a lot of new asset classes. So what was it for you?
Okay, so the trends that I noticed from my side for 2022 mostly was new brokers entering into the market. Existing brokers who are looking to expand their offerings into more asset classes, like what Evgeny also mentioned. For an example, they're looking to expand into cash equities, also to fractional shares trading as well, to futures, to bonds, to other structured products. The other thing that I noticed is existing brokers who are looking to expand into other jurisdictions with new branches, new licensing, and so on. And the last thing that I noticed that there is also a booming new market of new types of firms offering prop trading services to their clients.
Okay, thank you. So let's look at the trading technology and connectivity then. Ivan, what did you see?
Well, we see that the trends are going also to some other new types of the businesses, like prop trading firms, and we see like it's booming on 2022, and we see the same trade is going to 2023, and like almost every day we get this request, like we want to become the next FTMO, and we are doing our best to support these companies as well. And at the same time, I agree with Chris that there are many new companies, even though some companies consolidating, some companies disappear from the market. But like it was the last 10 years in the market, new companies appear, some of them merge, and many M&As as well. So,
Okay. Wassim.
Thank you. So I think our industry and financial markets in general are directly correlated with what's happening in the real world. And 2022, to say the least, was very turbulent with this post-COVID area, with the war in Ukraine, and all of these factors certainly brought more volatility to the markets, and this volatility came with a lot of challenges for the brokers to turn this volatility into profits and also to support the more specified requests by the traders, or, for example, as Chris said, increasing the appetite for new asset classes like fractional shares, cash equities, and others. And definitely, I believe Ivan has a valid point that there has been more a new business model coming out and being more clearly, which is the one of prop firms, which is an indirect way of targeting traders with education and contests, and we have seen a clear increase in demand in that. Another point I wanted to mention is the increase of demand of trading on energy products in general, gas, oil, and other things that were directly related to the geopolitical events that happened in 2022.
Okay, thank you. So let's just go back to this prop trading firm concept. And as I understand, in the FX industry, prop trading is not what we would usually understand as prop trading and more like an institutional industry. So, Evgeny, could you please maybe enlighten us what's the difference between the social prop trading and prop trading as I understand it, for example?
Yeah, there is a whole lot of a difference between what's called in the FX a prop trading firm and like a real prop trading company. In our industry, there are so-called funded traders. That also one of the trends that gained popularity recently. Basically, it's a scheme where a client would pay to become qualified and get a managed account with a profit sharing plan. And this account comes with a number of restrictions and conditions, like how often you can trade, how big a position you can have open. Am I the only one who hears this? No. Okay, so there are other restrictions, like what's risk management practices you should follow. There are withdrawal restrictions and so on, and it is virtually impossible to stay within those boundaries. And effectively, it means that you breach one of the rules really quickly, and then you have to pay to become this qualified funded traders one more time. So instead of losing money trading, clients lose money in the attempt to become qualified traders time after time. So, and the price tag for the attempt is conveniently set to be an average deposit size for forex brokers. So it is very much different from what a real prop trading firm would do. Well, from the distance, they would look similar, right? There are also traders. They trade for their own account. They also have to obey some certain rules. They agreed with the portfolio manager with regard to the risk management practices. But those rules aren't designed to screw them. Those rules are designed actually to help them keep the risk-reward ratio. And therefore, those are completely different beasts.
Okay, yeah, I understand, because like technology-wise, if we think of the traditional prop trading firms, and of course we're equipped to servicing them, it's all about latency, you know, it's all about the infrastructure. I guess with those firms, perhaps it's slightly different. So Wassim, what's the tech stack they require and how do they use it?
So their setup in general is very similar to a traditional broker in the sense that they need the different technology pieces involved, the trading platform, the CRM, and the execution venue, definitely. One thing that is quite different is happening on the execution of the trades that usually are happening in a model that mimic STP behavior on warehousing accounts.
It's still a demo though, right? It's not a live trading environment.
I think it really depends one brokers to the others, but from what we see, yes, that would be the majority of it. And where things are really different is on the marketing aspects of things, because the way they are promoting it is not like a regular trading activity, but more like a contest. In case they win, they will be attributed a fund to trade on. And I'm sure there are also some important banking and processing payment differences for that, but I guess Elena will tell us more about that part.
So as I understand, the firm can still be set up on the traditional technological stack, AI, Devexperts, MetaTrader, FXCUBIC.
Yes,
tools for
I confirm.
brokers.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's also my understanding, yes.
Well, I would add that we work with a few brokers with a few prop trading firms from top 10, and we see that their setup and their business model is quite different from normal brokers, because like most of their trading volumes, they are in demo environments, like 90%, and they make trillions in demo environments, and they manage to load the MT4, MT5 quite a lot. So and they need other software as well, because basically their business model is to arrange the competitions for their traders, and they need to qualify these traders to choose those to whom they will give money to manage. So basically they need to keep track, to monitor their equity, their drawdowns, and to make sure that they give money in the future to proper people.
I see. So,
Yeah, I would like to add something more onto that. So basically, it's in the form of a challenge from what I noticed. And there is about 5 to 8% success rate of the traders that they're signing up for these prop trading firms.
So
And
similar to a brokerage then, if you think of it.
You need a brokerage to be involved at the end of the day, so it's going to accept the trades of these prop traders. And based on the fees that the trader pays, then he's going to be funded with the capital based on that. this usually ranges like $100, and then you have access to a capital between $20,000 up to $200,000 for an example. But the setup, it's very similar to a brokerage, but you will need a set of tools that will allow you to control some specific margin requirements, minimum profit that you need to have for a certain number of days. For an example, not to go beyond a threshold of loss. You need to abide by some specific trading conditions that the prop trading firm is offering to you. So at the end of the day, it's a new way of attracting new clients and then converting them into becoming traders for you. And then there is like a profit share between the prop trading firm, which ranges up to 90% of the profits share with the actual trader that signed up, and the rest goes to the prop trading firm.
Okay, cool. Another trend, I think, and again, it's connected to a prop trading firm, is that the industry has really moved into the algo trading, especially if we look at crypto market, right? So 80% of all trades are actually placed by robots, and it can be standard things. It can be martingale, for example. But how do you, as a product, support that? And I think prop trade, like in general, prop trading and robots are a lot more aggressive in terms of how they trade. So how do you help the brokerages still keep their profits margins when the flow is a lot more aggressive?
Okay.
Sorry, it was a long question.
I know,
Let's
I know,
break
it's
it
many
down.
questions.
Yeah.
Okay, so we fully support algo trading. MetaTrader 5 has its MQL5 programming language that allows you to create your own algos, your own expert advisors, where you have the possibility to test them, backtest them, optimize them, run them on your terminals, or run the VPS to actually run them 24/7 without the need to have your PC connected. Or you can even backtest them with higher CPU usage by using the MQL5 cloud network, and so on. Now, so how you control of this? Brokers can control how they want the algos to be processed, so it's going to meet the requirements of the brokers to allow algorithmic trading based on their trading conditions that is offered for the traders. And similarly as well with the prop trading firms as well, the same thing goes along. So we see also an increase in the usage of algo traders. Lately we also introduced integration with other programming languages such as Python, which is quite used in the algo space, which is a widely used solution, which allows algo traders to even use other techniques such as machine learning based on neural networks to run their algos on MetaTrader 5.
Thank you, Chris. So, Ivan, when we look back at this more aggressive flow, how do you help brokers separate the flow and make sure that they're actually making their profit margins and the dollar per million stays quite high, like the same?
Yeah, that's a good question. And at first, we help brokers to detect this flow and to differentiate it from, I would say, the normal one. And we also have a few tools that helps to protect themselves from this, I would say, toxic flow. Because at first, we help brokers to minimize the latency on the price feed to eliminate the arbitrage traders. At second, we give tools that helps brokers to confront scalpers. Mostly it's risk management tools. And at third, we have in the bridging solution an opportunity to monitor the exposure and automatically switch some of the flow to the liquidity providers when it's too risky for brokers.
Yes, I know you have something to say.
Yes, for sure. Thank you. So I think the most important things about the toxic flow is to give the brokers visibility about it. And the way we do it at FXCUBIC is that we developed a business intelligence system that connects to their platforms, aggregate data between them, and show them on real time. And here it's really the key word is to show real time what is exactly their exposure, what is their total open positions, and based on that, they will be able to adjust their risk management practices. So we try We have tools to detect scalpers or to detect arbitrage traders, but the most important part, especially for bigger brokers that have multiple platforms at the same time, is to be able to aggregate the data in a very rapid way to show them exactly what is happening overall on their business so that they can adjust their risk management practices.
I see. Elena, I know you had a lot of very exciting, unusual products in your portfolio. Could you please tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, well, I
blockchain?
wanted to actually support what previous speaker said regarding the robots and special interfaces and algorithms that analyze the market and suggest some markers where it's dangerous or like high risk, low risk investments. We are working on a product that actually helps the trader himself to create their own AI in a way, but with easy interface, without using Python, MQL, because there are quite complicated languages. You need to be very good at knowing what you're doing and how you're doing it. So we are developing an easy interface for the user to be able to put their own conditions inside, when to do stop loss and stop profit, and include all the other analytics from the market. This is one of the new developments that we're doing. Another one, as I mentioned before, we work with blockchain, and we do a lot of different types of tokenization. In our case, we understand tokenization as something, anything real that they can make, anything real in the outside world. Let's say it's a physical product or an activity, business activity, that it can be tokenized and can be created. You can create out of it something like NFT, for example, and then you can place it on the NFT market. And this way, you can attract new type of traders or investors to do this. So we're suggesting some of our clients, we're using this ourselves as well, is to, for example, put within one token, tokenize the activity of few master traders. This way, you will lower the risk for the investor, because there will be business trading activity and success of those traders combined in one token. You can create an NFT, put it in the market, and the investor who will buy this token can keep it, can sell it, resell it, can gift it if they want to, can combine with the other ones. And it also can be like this investment instrument that also opens up new markets for the brokers and also attracts new audience that might be thinking and functioning in a different way. Again, we are very much looking forward into those generations that will take over us very soon. And they will be the biggest market for all of us and brokers as well.
So this is already launched, or launching it?
It's almost launched. We have been working on it. We had a test pilot session already, and it's proving quite interesting. It's not easy. There's a few challenges there within, but nevertheless, it's quite an exciting opportunity for us to join.
Okay, sounds great. So Evgeny, tell us a little bit about how you support this API and algo trading. And
All right. So to support algo traders, one needs to have an API. So we do have a variety of APIs, and they would satisfy the most advanced algo traders. They can choose and pick whatever technologies they prefer and interconnect to the product that we offer. Now, for the professional buy-side firms, there is a demand to implement custom execution algorithms right inside the terminal. So the trader would point and click or run somehow an algorithm that follows some certain walkthrough. We also have it in our custom installations. And we have probably one of the most advanced and flexible settings with regard to the hedging policies and algorithms. So, and it comes as a standard package of our trading platform. So all the brokers can enjoy it, those who opt in for DX trade. And there is like the whole range that the guys have mentioned with regard to the rules to STP, not to STP, execute, whenever regulatory permits. There could be a speed bump, or it could be a last look, and so on and so forth. It's all there.
thank you. So the last time I've seen some of you was in London back in November, and in London there were a lot of talks about industry consolidating and consolidating through the next couple of years. Now, Wassim, I know you have an opinion on that. So do you think that the brokers are going to consolidate, and so tech providers would consolidate as well? Or what's your view on it?
About tech providers, I'm not sure, but brokers or consolidating. I think it's a process that started a few years back already and probably accelerated at the moment. I believe it makes sense due to the regulatory framework becoming more strict, where brokers need to be more capitalized in order to be able to evolve in this market because of the cost of marketing that keep increasing. So it's not that easy to open a broker nowadays. 10 years ago, the budget might have been several times smaller than it requires today. So there is definitely a consolidation process that is on the way, and that will continue, I expect it, yes.
So Chris, because you have a very good overview of the industry, do you see consolidations?
For 2022, I think there was quite a few consolidations and more than before. What I noticed, existing brokers looking to enter new jurisdictions, it was faster for them to acquire or enter into a partnership with another broker so they can access that market. And this was either was done through a merger or through a full acquisition or through a partnership or through like an unauthorized representative license to allow them to use their license to target a specific market. And but while this is done, you still see new brokers coming into the market. So even though there is consolidation, there are still new players coming into the market. So it's like a life cycle. Now, about if this is going to continue, I think this is going to also continue in 2023, most possibly. As for the tech providers consolidation, I think that may also follow, but in a slower pace, because if you think about it, when a broker consolidates with another broker, they will see results faster because they know what they're acquiring, which clients they're acquiring, they can see their deposits and the cash flow and the volumes that they're coming in, they know already the business. So it's just some cultural differences that they need to adapt when they're acquiring the other company. But when there is consolidation with tech providers, most of the times it takes more time to adapt to the new technologies, to realize the benefits and to enter into successful consolidation, I believe.
So those consolidations, in your opinion, what do they mean for us as the tech providers? And do you actually see that offshore brokers started moving into more regulated frameworks? Or is it still pretty much offshore and it's going to stay that way?
I think it's more it's for the regulated space. Yes, they're entering more regulated.
The hub is kickstarting in 10 minutes with an insightful session by Exness.
Ivan? Oh, sorry.
In an effective ecosystem.
Yeah, actually, we think that we see the same trend that some companies are consolidating. We see less startup, like small startup companies, like there are higher requirements for the initial funds to start the company, and I think that it's good for the industry because we see more professional companies. It becomes more expensive to start, but we see just it's better for the future in the industry, in my opinion.
It's better for the industry, and to reply to your question, it's better for us as tech providers, I believe. I personally prefer having less clients, but bigger, more professional, with more volumes, than having a lot of several clients that we don't know for how long they will last. And to continue on the point about consolidation, one very valid point that Chris mentioned is the fact that the consolidation is also linked to gaining time. So if you look at what's happening on SciSec now, there is a queue of probably over 30 brokers that are waiting for their license for over a year. And a new broker entering the market says to himself, instead of starting the whole process, I will just acquire a ready regulated company. So the time dimension is definitely an important factor in the consolidation process.
Okay, thank you. Elena, I know that you also have a brokerage?
Yeah, we do. We do. But I guess I would like to look at this. We don't consolidate with anyone. We just do what we do. But from the perspective of technology, consolidation is already there. Again, we're good at, like each single company is very good at something. Usually one or two, okay, three things. It's logical. You want to focus on your strong sides. You want to develop them and offer the market the best service and the best quality solution. For example, we do blockchain and all these developments, right? And we want to focus on this. We grow in this direction in payments, in brokerage, in trading, in investments. This is our main point. But we don't want to do, for example, fraud monitoring and focus in this kind of area of technology. So we bring in partners. We work with someone else and we consolidate our technology. We integrate with other platforms that already are great at providing what they already are doing, and they're professionals in this perspective. So that's how we see consolidation as a technology company, and we're welcome, all the partners to join us or us join them and build our powers together for providing the best overall service within one platform.
But I think that's what you do as well, right? So you're quite open to other techs integrating into whatever you do, right?
Yes, exactly. But speaking of consolidation, I think it's fair to name several design patterns. An FX broker could buy a crypto broker because of the technology, as Elena pointed out. A crypto broker can buy a forex broker because of the license and, of course, the user base. Then a broker could buy a technology provider because of slashing down the marginal cost, or in order to mitigate the vendor-related risks. But to see the consolidation between the technology providers, well, I don't expect any deal, like substantial number of deals in that field. Of course, there is a buy-to-kill strategy, or some of the company can be struggling and be acquired, but consciously go and buy, like one technology provider, go and buy another technology provider. This isn't in the DNA of a regular technology provider. They are way too picky and way too arrogant because they believe that the delivering technology is their key expertise, and they are reluctant to bring on board something that is not invented here.
Yeah, you'll end up with the holy war pretty much, right? So this coding methodology is better than that coding methodology, and so on, so on, so forth. So we have a little bit of time left. So what I'd like to do, if you don't mind, is so tell us maybe about your plans for 2023, each one of you, and then if we have a little bit more time left, then we'll take some questions from the audience, yeah? So.
Sure. So we will have a next generation of our mobile apps being rolled out later this year. They will be fully integrated with CRM, so the brokers would push the content right to the traders while they are trading. We will also release the cross-collateral margin pool, so the traders would use the same cash across multiple asset classes. And finally, it will be AI throughout. So machine learning will improve many aspects of our trading platforms, starting with the user experience and the risk management.
Brilliant.
Well, I already mentioned a few things
did,
during the
yes.
conversation. So, yes, we do work on integration of blockchain within the trading and payments industry. We do our new not new, it's something already familiar, and a lot of companies are using it, social trading / copy trading, a little bit different what we used to know. If you'd like to know more details, you're welcome to our stand. It's copy trading by sessions, we all understand it differently, but we also do now copy trading by strategy. So it can last from 3 to 6 months. It's a little bit different than copy trading a short session of 1 day or maybe a week. There are different pros and cons, of course, and we see more benefits for investors. It's lower risk for them, depending on the condition that they enter. But that's one of the things we will be releasing in the early this year. And of course, as I mentioned before, the blockchain. It's something that we very good at and we know from inside out, and we're welcome for you guys to come and get to know about it better.
Yes, so we at FXCUBIC for 2023, we will just keep doing what we are doing, which is providing an advanced technology with an impeccable support with it, and keep listening to the clients' requests, hearing the industry trends and adjusting to that. And to be more specific, we will work a lot on RXI, which is our real-time risk management tool. Currently, it is more adapted to visibility, monitoring on business intelligence, and we'll add a dimension to it that based on certain limits or certain widgets that could be set there, they will trigger direct execution practices. So this is something we're working on, and we'll be happy to tell you more about it. You're welcome to our booth to discuss it.
Fun, thank you.
Yeah, and we're planning to go further with helping brokers to execute their trades faster using our bridge technology. At the same time, we're going to combine our experience in both bridging and risk management to help brokers to find and detect these kind of toxic flow that we discussed before. And also, we are going to integrate all of our best-selling tools into a single web portal. We already started this process on 2022. On 2023, we are planning to complete this process. So we call this project as Toolbox. So broker can just open their toolbox, choose the tool they need.
Toolbox from Tools for Brokers, huh?
Yeah, exactly. So they open this toolbox, they take whatever they need, copy trading, dynamic leverage, negative balance protection, and they can use it from the same web portal.
Chris, surprise us.
Okay, listen, we regularly release new updates. Most of the updates is also new features. For an example, just a few days ago, we increased our security, and we have now two-factor authentication in the MetaTrader 5. Other updates we released is in the MT5 web terminal. We have a more advanced market watch than before, where we added additional fields. What's going to come in 2023 is going to come the possibility to customize the MetaTrader 5 web terminal, where our clients, our brokers, are going to be able to brand the web terminal with their own logos, to have different custom color schemes, and most possibly they're going to be allowed to do some further customizations inside the web terminal. Now, most possibly, this is also going to be controlled from the MetaTrader 5 administrator terminal, where there will have different parameters for customizing their web terminal based on their needs. Other updates that I think is going to be coming out, it's going to be a more advanced back office of the MetaTrader 5, and better client management system that possibly it may be connected with machine learning technologies for better managing your clients, orders, deals, positions when you are dealing with the clients. And finally, we're going to realize payments integrations with MetaTrader 5, so you're going to be able to integrate directly with the payment providers of your choice, so you can have a direct connection and better working with the payments and MetaTrader 5.
So PSPs will be directly integrated into the MetaTrader, is that what
It's something that it should be realized soon, yes.
That would be fantastic. I mean, when I used to have a broker, that was something we would really appreciate back in the days.
Yeah, it's something that we had a lot of demand, so we're trying to reduce the burden from the brokers to do this by themselves, so we can make it an easier solution to launch and allow brokers to focus on their business of running their brokerage and acquiring new clients.
Sounds exciting. Okay, we have almost 3 minutes left, so I think maybe we take a few questions from the audience, yeah? Anybody? Please raise your hand if you want to ask a question. Yeah, I don't know if they're going to bring a microphone. Oh, there we go.
Hello? Okay.
Hi.
Hi, thank you for the talk. So my question is for, have any of you had any experience with brokers in the region in terms of, integration, whether it be algo trading or any of those products that you were talking about? So have you even, started the process of, looking specifically in the region,
So brokers in the region offering this prop trading that we were talking about.
Yeah, offering to brokers in the region. So that's my question, for the technology that you're talking about in terms of algo trading, the prop trading, have any of you had any experience in the region? That's my question.
Okay. Wassim, I know you want to take it.
Yeah, I think a lot of the operations of the brokers based in the region over here in many practices are similar to the ones not from these regions. Where we really saw a difference is on the request for liquidity on very specific stocks that are related to this region. And yes, we are actually investing time in making several integrations for brokers based here with stock exchanges from the Arab countries. For example, we integrated recently to the Jordanian stock exchange. We are now finalizing an integration with Mubashir, which is an liquidity provider on an exchange related to this region. So where I really see a difference is in the type of products they are offering, and we are trying to adapt to that and to integrate directly to the liquidity providers active and providing assets tradable on this region specifically.
I think you will also see that in this region, very often it's not just, spot gold. They would want to have a gold future, for example, or to actually run their risk. Sorry, Ivan.
Yeah, we also noticed one specific type of instruments like mini gold that some brokers, they offer it, and some liquidity providers, they do not have this mini type of instrument. So we developed the special tools that allow us to accumulate these mini golds volumes and send it to liquidity providers as the standard ones. So it's quite popular in this region as well.
I don't think, to be honest, but please correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think that there would be a broker who's already offering that type of social prop trading in the region. I think it's FTMO is quite big on it, but that's Europe. 8cap is quite big on it. I don't know if they're in this region though. So I do not think that there would be a leader in that region with that type of trading.
Maybe it will come to this region later.
Maybe you can be the first one. Chris, what do you think?
Okay, if I understood your question correctly, you are asking if there is any companies offering these technologies in this region. Okay, yeah, basically, yes, there is a lot of companies that they are offering these technologies in the region. I mean, they publicly announce it, they're advertising on the metro stations, they have huge signs on the DIFC. Many of them, they're also in this expo. And most of them, yes, they're utilizing our trading platforms, their connectivities, there are other platforms from others. So yeah, we're helping this region and this industry to grow more. And we even see more companies that they want to come from abroad and also set up in this region because this region has a very good regulation, has very good access to the markets, and is also giving different types of licenses for other types of assets as well.
Thank you. Any more questions?
I guess we have been very clear.
Fantastic. Well, I think the clock started going the other way now.
Yeah.
So we have more time. No, but thank you very much. It's been a great panel, as always, and I hope you learned a bit about what's going to happen next year, or this year, actually.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you so
Elina.
much.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you very much.